Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a match preview for Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Actually, Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. It's being played behind closed doors, like usual, at Selhurst Park. And I actually can't remember the reverse fixture. I have a feeling that Chelsea won it. And we're going to really want to try and bounce back from that 5-2 defeat to West Brom. And although we did bounce back against Porto midweek, we want to prove that we can do it again in the Premier League. And it was literally just a one-off, just a blip. And we'll be back on that run of clean sheets, a run of... I wanted to say goal scoring, but we don't have a run of goal scoring. Definitely not a run of goal scoring. That's what we need to fix with Erling Haaland and Aguero. But let's get into it. So Chelsea come off the bat, like I said, off a 5-2 defeat to West Brom in their last Premier League match. But we did win 2-0 against Porto over in Spain. And Crystal Palace's last game was against Everton. They actually managed to get a draw out of it, with Chelsea loanee Michy Batshuayi scoring a late equaliser. And they didn't play midweek because they're not in the Champions League or Europa League. So they would have had an extra game's rest. They would have had a whole week's rest. And we only had, our week was split into two. A couple of days rest before the Porto game and a couple of days of rest after the Porto game for this game. And then we got Porto on Tuesday again. So it's a tight turnaround. So rotation is going to be key, especially for the second leg of the Porto match and this one in the middle, which we still need to win. So going into injury and suspensions for Chelsea, I thought Christian Pulisic would be injured for the Porto game, but he did come on for Timo Werner, I think it was. Then Oli Giroud came off Kai Havertz. But Tammy Abraham should be back. We'll see my predicted lineup in a minute. But the only other injury is N'Golo Kante, I'm pretty sure. I feel like there's another one, but Thiago Silva's back. He didn't play against Porto. He came on late on. But actually, no, Thiago Silva's suspended, isn't he? I'm going to have to change my lineup now, aren't I? Yeah, I originally put Thiago Silva in, but you'll see my lineup in a sec. And for Crystal Palace, we don't go into all their injuries, but Michy Batshuayi, their equaliser, the equalising goal scorer the other day against Everton, got them a 1-1 draw. Can't play because he's from Chelsea. Chelsea put it in his contract that he can't play against them. So they'll be without him. Although he's not really their first choice striker. They have... what's the new guy called? Mateta? Is that... Am I thinking of the wrong guy? I know Christian Benteke as well. I think it is Mateta. Yeah, Jean-Philippe Mateta. He's a little bit of a danger man. He hasn't scored too many goals, but he did score a lovely goal against Brighton, I want to say. Where it was like Mason Mount's touch against Porto, but into the net. So now going into the lineup, what you're all here for. It's no surprise that we're going to stick with the 3-4-2-1, 3-4-3 sort of system. It's worked so well for Thomas Tuchel. Ever since he came in that Wolves game, we dominated the game. Didn't get scored, 0-0 in the end. But then we were able to score 2 against Burnley. And that run of clean sheets, I think it was 14 games in a row. I think. No, maybe not. Who we conceded to? Conceded against Minamino. No, it was probably like there's a few games, like 3 or 4, 5, 6 games after the Southampton game, before the West Brom game. And they were the first guys we conceded at Stamford Bridge. But we're going to turn around, hopefully beat Crystal Palace. We're hot on the heels of Leicester. I think Man United are guaranteed that second spot. Liverpool are hot on the heels of us, and so are Tottenham. And it's all going to be every team for themselves for the last 2 Champions League places, which I think will be down to Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool and Tottenham. So in goal, I've gone with Edouard Mendy. No surprises there. I don't think Kepa will start. Mendy had a good game against Porto. Made a couple of decent saves. I was watching the Porto game and it lagged just as... I can't remember which player it was, but it was on the midfielders. He shot and it was curling in and it lagged just as it was like on the wrong side of the net. But in my view, it looked like it was inside, but then Mendy would have saved it if he was there. And the suspense, I'm not going to lie, it went through the roofs. It went through the roof, but it carried on and clean sheet. So Edouard Mendy in goal, and like I said, I have to change the graphic here. I've gone with Azpilicueta, Christensen it will be then, I guess, instead of Thiago Silva, and Antonio Rudiger. Christensen was solid midweek against Porto. We're seeing another clean sheet. Rudiger was good as well, and so is Azpilicueta. I do prefer Thiago Silva and Christensen in that middle position, just because I feel he's more commanding and he brings the experience to the defence alongside yeah, it'll have to be Christensen instead. I don't think Zuma will get much of a chance for the remainder of the season. Maybe if we need rotation, maybe in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Oh yeah, we got Man City. Oh. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Zuma gets sold in some. I said the other day that he could go back to Everton. There's been no links, but personally, that'd be a good move for him. They're going places, and I think he deserves to be in a top tier, one of the better sides in England for sure. And I just hope his career goes well, because I don't think he has much of a chance under Thomas Tuchel. So at right wing back, this is a bit of a different one. I've gone with Callum, Hudson and Odoi. We haven't seen him... Pardon me. We haven't seen him feature very much at all in the last few games. Reece James has been very good at right wing back. He's gone under the radar, I believe. But Callum Hudson-Odoi hasn't been in the attack or really right wing back. We're not too sure why. I think everyone's just forgotten about him. But I think he probably would have worked hard at training the last couple of weeks and will force his way back into the side. For me, at right wing back. And left wing back, I've gone with Ben Chilwell. He was great against Porto. Just so much more solid defensively than Marcos Alonso. We saw, although Marcos Alonso is probably better at attacking, getting into that space, drawing the players out wide so that Timo, Werner, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz can attack down the middle. We saw what his defending is awful, and it really cost us against West Brom. So I've gone Ben Chilwell, obviously got his first Champions League goal, running round, marquising like Fernando Torres. I'll show you this here, pretty good. Yeah, I love it. But please win the Champions League, Chelsea. Anyway, into the midfield, not too much to discuss here, really. I'd put money on this to be our midfield. Matteo, Kovacic and Jorginho. Kante... Oh, no, actually, Kante came on, didn't he? Oh, maybe... I take that back. I wouldn't put money on it. Although I don't think Thomas Tuchel will risk Kante quite early on, as he said before, that with N'Golo Kante, he doesn't want to play him full speed, 100 miles an hour, because that's... He doesn't play... he doesn't run mediocre, he doesn't do half-hearted playing. He just goes 100 miles an hour everywhere all the time, and that's why he can pick up a couple of injuries here and there. So Thomas Tuchel maybe comes on for the second half, or Jorginho comes on for the second half to just slow down the tempo of the game. But I think it will be Jorginho and Kovacic starting. I don't think Billy Gilmour will get much game time for the rest of the season either. I do believe he'll go on loan to maybe like Newcastle or Southampton. Maybe a mid-table side if Fulham stay up, maybe Brighton. Oh, that'd be pretty good. Him, what's that guy that kicked someone in the face? Basuma. He's a good midfielder, actually. But Arsenal and Leicester are linked to him. And then for the two attacking supporting midfielders, I've gone with Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount. Ziyech didn't play against Porto, whereas I thought he did. He can turn a game on its head just by himself. Do a couple of nutmegs, just run through somebody, or just ping a ball over the top to the striker. He can change a game like that. And so can Mason Mount, and so can Olivier Giroud. So that's who I put out for the game the other day as my predicted lineup. But it was instead Mason Mount, Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz. They did absolutely nothing, Havertz and Werner. Porto do make it very hard to do anything in the attack. They've got some really good players, but I do feel like Kai Havertz probably should have scored an open goal. But it was a decent defender from Pepe. And I've been rambling on for 11 minutes, so let's just hurry up and end this video. So yeah, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, supporting a striker of Tammy Abraham. Now, this is a little bit of a out the window one. He's not played in a long time, really. And we have found success, but I do think that we need to score goals. And maybe Thomas Tuchel changes it up. Maybe plays Olivier Giroud midweek, or Kai Havertz up front midweek, or Havertz here and Tammy on Wednesday. But I think that Tammy Abraham, this is the perfect opportunity for Tammy Abraham to... Oh no, actually, the last time, the reverse fixture for Crystal Palace, is that when Ben Chilwell scored on his debut? And we won like 4-0? Or we battered them? I think it might have been. Yeah, so we beaten them. Mendy was good, yeah, Chilwell was good. Yeah, I think that was a reverse fixture. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So yeah, Tammy Abraham up front for me. He can score some goals against this Crystal Palace side. I'm sure of that if he starts. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Come on, you Blues. Let's beat Crystal Palace. And then Porto on Tuesday. And then into the semi-finals against Real Madrid or Liverpool. I think it'll be Real Madrid though. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.